Hello, welcome to the Real Bit Wars. I'm Chris, and once again I got a few pickups to show you. So, first of all, I saw that some of these were still available on the Screenwave Media site. Now, you can watch these on the AVGN website, but I like to support this kind of stuff. And I see on the spines here, they're numbered 2 and 3. I found out there's a first one, which I'm also missing, so that kind of drives me nuts because that one wasn't available anymore, but we do have The Deader the Better and Legend of the Blue Hole with the Head Incident, which if you saw last year, I believe, they came out with a sequel to that like 20 years after the original. Continuing on with the DVDs, I got the Omen box set. So this has been reissued many times over the years. I always wanted to pick this particular version up because it contains all of them. Many of these sets exclude the 4th installment. This one has it. I went through, watched them all. It's not the strongest horror series. I was expecting better things. Like, I had actually never seen any of them. They're okay, but they're not great. Okay, so unfortunately, recently there was a passing in the family. We've had to clean out a person's house, and we found some stuff that I thought, hey, if we're just getting rid of this, I'll hang on to those. This is the old McDonald's toy, Doc Brown from the Back to the Future, the animated series. I actually already have the Marty floating around here somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but it's cool to get this one because it is the DeLorean in it. Also, we got some Tiger handheld games. This is the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger one. So I never had this as a kid because that was kind of a little bit after my time, but I love collecting these things. Even though they're really primitive, they can be extremely fun. And this one, all you really do is punch and kick enemies that come at you. I don't even remember if you can jump in this, to be honest. I think you just punch and kick. A couple more similar things like that. I don't even know what this is called. Almost has like a Space Invaders vibe to it, but it's more so like you're a rocket ship going into the air and you avoid projectiles that are coming at you. Dinosaur Battle, I liked for obvious reasons. It looks like a classic Game Boy. So again, not a very complex game, but still very neat aesthetic to the whole thing. And then this was kind of the big one, I thought. Chippendales Rescue Rangers. Kind of later on, they did these weird designs with these like corner pieces. The earlier ones looked like that Power Ranger one. I loved this cartoon when I was a kid, so I was excited to see that. Next up, another movie. I was at a local thrift store, and as I've mentioned in the past, I'm collecting these midnight movies. This one's not a horror film, it's Pajama Party. And as you can see, I need to remove this sticker yet. It's covering up the Midnight Movie logo on the front. Haven't watched this yet, but got a killer deal on it. And as I always say, I'm looking to add these because I want to complete this Midnight Movie collection. Another DVD. As I always say, I collect Hammer stuff. The Dick Barton Trilogy. So this is actually a UK release. It's region 2, but I do have a region-free Blu-ray player. I haven't watched them yet. But again, kind of unusual because these are not horror films. These are actually, remember correctly, I think these are the 3 oldest Hammer films in my collection now. They all kind of predate the horror days of Hammer. Okay, I got some games yet, but before we get to that, let's check out a beer. This is Losing Endeavor from Oso Brewery. As you can see, we got like a Space Invaders kind of theme going on there. Now, what really caught my attention about this is you might have noticed that milkshake IPAs are a really big thing these days, but once upon a time they were relatively unheard of, and the first time I remember hearing that term milkshake, my wife and I were actually at this brewery. They had a beer that was not in cans, but you could buy some of it to go in like a crowler or a growler or whatever. So we brought some home because we enjoyed it so much, and we've always been on the lookout for it. Well, now here they finally started canning that one, and not only that, they gave it a really cool design. It does say Losing Endeavor Tangerine IPA Milkshake Style India Pale Ale with lactose, vanilla bean, and tangerine added. So although I've tried it before, it's been a while. Let's analyze this bad boy. A little bit of citrusy going on there. You can taste that vanilla. The two of them complement each other really nicely. So yeah, it's everything I remember and then some. Got a really big pickup that I'm excited about. Spanky's Quest on the Game Boy. So I did not even know this existed. However, the Super Nintendo version is like my ultimate hidden gem. I don't hear many people speak of this, but it is a fantastic game. There's a lot of strategy involved. I've beaten this many times, and I think it was John Riggs did a video talking about it, and he mentioned that there is a Game Boy port, which is kind of the same, but not exactly. It's the same premise. The level layouts are a little bit different, so it is more or less a unique game. I had to play through and beat it right away. I gotta say the control mechanics in it are a little bit rough. They could have, there are 2 buttons on a Game Boy. They didn't really utilize the 2 of them that well, so it takes some getting used to in that department. But yeah, I played through it and I beat it, and then just for good measure, I decided to revisit this one while I was at it and beat that again. But yeah, I strongly recommend seeking this out, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it's exclusive to Europe. It wasn't even sold here, so I did have to track it down and import it. Took me a long time to find an affordable price on it, but eventually I did get one. I guess that just about does it for today. And I can't believe I'm about to make it through an entire episode without being interrupted by that stupid son of a...
Whoa. Hold on, dude. You weren't honestly gonna do a video without any input from moi.
I'll just drink beer, you take it from here.
Right on. I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching The Real Duff Wars. Alright, I'm thirsty.